Hello again, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back from another mob battle to celebrate, well, kind of a lot of things. This is, I believe, going to be my 210th mob battle that's going to be, like, actively on the list. And for me, that's kind of special because originally, whenever Pat was doing his, he did two lists back in the day where you couldn't have more than 100 to a series list. So that was 200 mob battles right there, but he did a few more afterwards. Not too many, and I don't even think it really added up to 9 afterwards. I think I probably actually already went past that point, but I just wanted to kind of think of myself as a bit more sure that I've done more than him overall in terms of mob battles at 210. So, popular MMOs, I am officially one of the new guys when it comes to mob battles now because I have done this, well, after this goes out, anyhow, I will have done 210 mob battle videos. So that's going to be a huge event that's popping up right now. Now, the thing is you're probably wondering, what was I going to do? Well, I do have the creatures from Ars Magica here. Now, this is Ars Magica Legacy. It's a recreation of Ars Magica 2. So it's kind of special that way. Now you could ignore these, but I wanted to do something extra special for my 210th mob battle in terms of going a bit both old and new. So, let's see, where was I going? Oh wait, is this the wrong version? I think I may have got the wrong version. Okay, well, anyhow. There's more than one way I could go with this, because the thing is, they're kind of special. We have a lot of bosses here that can operate, and we also have ones kind of insane. I mean, you don't see the Life Guardian going off very much, but in terms of something new, we have the Goblin King, although I may put that somewhere else. Okay. Goblin King, Goblin King, Goblin King, Goblin King. Yep, Goblin King. Oh, there are rings. Forgot about those. But yeah, the Goblin King can go up against the old guard when it comes to modded mob battles. Although I think I may have done them more often than most. Just saying. But now we have kind of the new guard because we have the Goblin King. So let's see what all he can do. The thing is, he is a magical creature himself, so he tends to be able to do a lot of magic. Now, it may not seem like it, but this could be interesting. So let's get kind of part of the selection here and get things going. Okay, we ready here? Maybe over here, we'll see. There's been a little collateral damage from previous stuff that's built up. I mean, Alpha Yetis are very frosty. Okay, let's get a Goblin King going here. Hello, Goblin King. Are you so aggressive that you'll go up against all of these? Because I do have some encouragement here. Okay, toss some rocks. Ouch. They're actually pretty well matched. Because he's just gunning down. The thing is, the Earth Guardian's kind of a fairly sizable target, so even though Goblin King may not be that accurate, he's spamming shots. But the Earth Guardian is just straight up strong. Now he is teleporting around now. Oh, the Earth Guardian is in the water. That is not his domain. Earth Guardian, you may have... Oh, now they're both going to be having some issues. Apparently those shots count as projectiles enough to be slowed in water. Did not think of that. He won against the Earth Guardian, though. Congrats, Goblin King. Yeah, you're even being smug about it with that laugh. I could tell. But, You know, just to make sure. Bye. Okay. No more minions from the previous one, so... Thanks for the arrows. Reminder, get arrows from goblins later, whenever I'm doing Dawncraft. That may seem a little dated much later if someone's watching this way after I'm done doing Dawncraft. Okay. That's gonna be a little out of place. Oh well. Let's go into the Fire Guardian. He's toasty. Very toasty. In fact, his presence is toasty. He's also loud. Okay, apparently while doing the redo of Ars Magica 2, they wound up making the Fire Guardian sound like a jet engine. Okay, I did not have that issue earlier with another thing involving the Fire Guardian, so okay. Another test that let's just say the other test run that I did will eventually be having its results around here, but for now I just need to remember that if the Fire Guardian isn't acting exactly right, he may sound like a jet engine. Or rather, if he's not acting exactly right, he won't be sounding like a jet engine. Odd twist, when you don't want them acting normal. There's a thought. Okay. The Fire Guardian has toasted the Goblin King. Now, what about air? Because this could be... Oops, wrong one. I hit the wrong button. Sensitive tapping. Ahem. Launch. Goblin King, you're gonna have a very distinct disadvantage here. Did you forget? Did he throw you in the air so far you just de-aggroed? Well, that's something doesn't happen very often. Whee! Crunch. You may need some new boots after that, Goblin King. I have a feeling your old ones are broke. Oh. I was wondering where he went. He's like, Fling! Crunch. Oh, Goblin King, you are not stronger than an Air Guardian, nor are you, and you are roasted by fire. So, yeah, the Guardians are getting revenge on the Goblins right now, for like no particular reason. The Goblin King is like, nope, I'm out of here. Now, how will we deal with one of the weaker ones? Because the Water Guardian isn't really that bad usually. I mean, a little more effective on players than it is on other mobs, but we'll see. Whoa, Speedy. Did you clear the path? Are you, or can you just literally not shoot it? I think he's having technical difficulties with the, Water Guardian. Okay. He may require level ground for it. That seems a tad specific. Even then, he's shooting point blank. What are you hitting that's deflecting your shots? Okay. I need to re-standardize my arena ideas, because I will officially do round 2 of that on the grounds of unlevel grounds. Um, okay, I'm gonna round 2 that one, because that was weird. I've had some situational ones before, but that was kind of funny. Like, can't seem to angle up. Okay. Just going with the basic elements again first. Okay. Okay, it does have some deflection regardless. Right now he's on level ground and he's still having a hard time. Is he firing because of the hitbox being very particular or something? I'm wondering about this. Okay, now he's hitting him a couple times. Of course, he will eventually start summoning minions and teleporting around. Well, he's sometimes hitting it in a way that's damaging, but I guess that's because of the spread of his shots. Water Guardian, however, is considerably more accurate. They're dealing about the same damage per hit. It's just he's a lot faster on his shots, even if he's less accurate. Yes, the Water Guardian also produces copies, but... Okay, now I can say he's a bit more consistent with the Water Guardian. So water and earth he can handle. Obviously he can't handle this because it's designed to specifically smack mobs instantly. Okay, so there's that. I'm very curious how he's gonna go with the last one though, because that one's a doozy. So let's get a few other elements in here. Okay, Guardians. Frosty. Where are you going? Did you just ring around me and forget about him for a moment there? Okay, now you're pulling him in for the attack, yes. But before, it was like, what were you doing? He just, like, looped around me for, like, no reason. Now, that was cool, seeing, like, the whole, like, full distance grab. Okay, now the one with the accuracy problem is clearly the Ice Guardian. It used to be called the Winter Guardian, but in this variation, it's called the Ice Guardian. Just that. You're hitting like right in front of them without actually. Now your cone of cold routine seems to be doing fine, but because it's like a big icy shockwave. But this whole extending arm routine seems to be hitting so low that you're just smacking the ground. It's like, seriously? When the Goblin King's accuracy is greater than the others, that's kind of a weird sign. He is summoning minions periodically. They haven't really factored in. They're just kind of there. It's like, yeah, it's just a random goblin who shows up because he just summons them. It's like, okay. Okay, now that one got immediately aggroed. On the Goblin King? Seriously? Get his own guy? Goblin King... Okay, never mind. The other guy's gone. Goblin King has won against the Ice Guardian. Okay, so ice goes down to the Goblin King. I think he did, in fact, start teleporting around. Okay, so let's get in the next one here. The Lightning Guardian. Now this guy, oh my gosh. It may be small, but do not be deceived. This is a very problematic opponent. So, yeah, you're probably gonna have a bad time. And very quickly, yeah, just straight up fried by the Lightning Guardian. Yeah, that was incredibly decisive. It makes a zappy sound whenever you take it out. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. But we're on to the next Guardian. Nature versus Goblin. Are you shooting low again? Oh, that's nice. You just whiffed one of those, but pretty much you just pounded the Goblin King. It's like, well, sliced him up with the scythe, but you know, same thing. He kind of got chopped by an angry tree. There's a certain irony in that. Okay, getting rid of the extra spammed minions, which are just hanging around. Okay, you guys just you're from previous cycle. You're no longer there. Anyhow, time for Arcane, the most magic of magic versus also highly magical. They both have some similar moves here. Where'd he go? Arcane Guardian? What just happened? Saw a huge chunk of his health just drop. Where'd he go? What did he do? I may have to go for round 2 on grounds of out of bounds. So, well, he's around here somewhere. I think he teleported himself into a cave. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is, one of those circumstances where I'm just going to, that's not gone on away. Okay, I'm just going to get out of the range and restart. Unless it's lingering for some bizarre reason. I don't think that's how things are supposed to work. There's some projectiles that seem to be just stuck in the air, and I can't do anything about them. I can't seem to clear these out. And wait, maybe I can. I hit one, and they all updated? Okay. That was new. Okay, so I hit one and they all update if they're in the same area. That's good to know. Okay, so Okay, that was good to know for entity clearing, for unspamming things. So I interact with one a little bit. And the others should also update. Okay, that cleared them, so there shouldn't be as much entity lag. Wait, did they reappear over here? Did something else happen? This is weird. Okay, are they just disappearing and reappearing? I got it. How? Okay, maybe I can't clear those. This presents a problem. Okay, I'm gonna try to continue this, but I may have an entity lag problem that means I just have to recreate this world that I was using for mob battles eventually. I mean, there's going to be collateral damage that's going to pile up over time, so might be a good idea to do that anyhow. I mean, I don't have like a set up arena around here, so just kind of going for stuff. So maybe another round of it ought to be just, you know, cleared naturally or redone or something. Okay, so we gotta be mindful of which tool we're dealing with here. I think he did heal already. Oh yeah, he's healing. I don't think you're gonna overcome the generation Goblin King. I think this is one of those that's just, he's the better mage than you. And he has access to a bit more than just pure magic, so just okay. Just kind of observing this guy. Oh, they really caught up with each other. This could actually go in the Goblin King's favor? You actually overwhelmed his regen. But now you're floating in the air because he cast a levitation spell at the last possible moment. This is probably going to be a tie. Yeah, this is so going to be a tie. Well, I was kind of figuring it might be close enough to be considered a tie, so he's even with the Arcane Guardian. Yeah. The Arcane Guardian just like at the absolute last moment, he's going, no, I'm not going down alone here. Goodbye. and just like poofs out a spell like, hey, let's just levitate you suddenly, and just floats him. Although he seems to also be taking some kind of damage over time during that flotation period, so maybe it wasn't exactly that. Interesting thought. Now the Ender Guardian is much more powerful than most, and he is very special, so I have a feeling the Goblin King, well, actually, he has one little advantage here. The Inner Guardian has a certain weakness, and it happens to be pretty much what the Goblin King uses, is pure magic. So you notice he's getting dealt 8 damage at a time rather than 4 whenever the Goblin King hits him with his shot. It's because he is, in fact, weak to pure magic attacks. Okay, they're both porting around. Whoa, that was quick. Okay. Inner Guardian has officially throttled him, but he took a lot of damage in the meantime. However, there's one very special Guardian that I'm quite curious if the Goblin King can do anything about. That's the Life Guardian. Because the Life Guardian is unique. This is kind of one of those things that I'm going, will he figure anything out, or will this just be incidental? I mean, they both do something similar here. They both involve fighting with minions. So, Goblin King, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Just popped up suddenly. The Life Guardian only really takes damage by his minions taking damage in this variation. Ah, one of his minions took out the witch because they're weak to rush down. But we have Vindicators. The Goblin King is being chased down and rushed by Vindicators. Oh, they just had to ask him a question. Although, in the end, I think he was shot by the Pillager. How did he self-destruct? Does he poof his own minions after a while? But anyhow, you can see how the Life Guardian is very special and very difficult to deal with. Because it fights with minions and uses them as a life shield. However, as they take damage, so does the Life Guardian. You can kind of see what its big problem is. Now, will this actually affect it at all? Yes, it will. That goes through. Okay. If only I could figure out where that one Arcane Guardian went. Of course, the bigger problem is, of course, how am I going to clean up this entity mess when Peaceful doesn't do it? I mean, they are projectiles that got hung in midair. I guess his projectiles have a harder time of being cleared by going out of chunks. That could be an interesting one to deal with. As I said, that my primary solution is just have another world as a mob battle world, because this one's going to get overwhelmed with entities all over the place eventually if those things just build up and I keep having Goblin King fights here. Oh well, I had to try. So we have kind of a nice new school routine with the Goblin King, and the idea of Goblins and Dungeons having this guy around has been very interesting. But we also have the old school ones, like the ones from Ars Magica. So we have the various magical guardians, and he actually cleared out several of them, but several of them totally rang him out. So he's got an interesting place around them. I can certainly say that. But he has proven himself as a magical fighter, because he did take down some of the guardians. And that's been kind of an interesting test run here. And I will be doing some other interesting ones over time too, because as you know, there's always going to be more mob battles. I actually had a different plan originally, but I think I may have misplaced a world. That's a bit of a problem and a little hard to do, so I'm going to have to figure out what that even means. Anyhow, But hey, I had a backup plan. It was called Guardians of Ars versus the Goblin King. So it's around. Uh, it went pretty well regardless. I could certainly say that. But anyhow, I will be back with more mob battles eventually, of course, and even if I'm doing Dawncraft. Now, the interesting thing about Dawncraft is some of them may wind up battling naturally under various circumstances, so we expect some very impromptu mob battle routines happening over time, including, well, I'll also be trying to do some in Dawncraft, obviously. But they could also just happen while I'm doing things naturally, because it's kind of designed that way. So that's going to be kind of awesome. So for now, I've been Glitch Reaper, and I'll be signing off for now. Hope to hear from you all later, and bye for now, everybody. And remember, there will be more mob battles.